Hi everyone, welcome to Dharma Earth's Dose of Dharma, and this is your Dose of Dharma for today. Okay, so we go to the next one. The next one is offerings made in the presence of the donor and offerings made in the absence of the donor. But here, in the absence of the donor, it doesn't mean just before the eye, alright? It means five senses. So if the donor is around and he can see the offering through his eyes, ear, or he can know the offering that he's making the offering through the eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. Then this kind is called offerings made in the presence of the donor. For example, if somebody is paralyzed from the head down, then if his family wishes to do an offering to maybe a charity organization, or maybe to a community of monks, or somebody that needs help. So when they do it right before his eyes, and he's seeing it and he's hearing it, he knows about it, then this is offering made in the presence of the donor. Then if it is offering that the donor cannot sense, he cannot see, cannot hear, cannot smell, cannot taste, cannot feel, so he doesn't really know about this. He knows about this dana, but it's not done within the reception of these five senses. Then it is considered an offering made in the absence of the donor, like that. All right. So so it is like this. And actually, the offerings made in the presence of the donor is generally stronger than offerings made in the absence of the donor. So that is why during, when we have devotees during their relatives or during their last death moment, then usually monks are invited to go to the bedside, and then in front of the donor, in front of the sick person, the dying person, then the family will do offerings representing him. So because the dying person, he sees, he hears, and maybe the family may invite the monk to do some chanting and do some blessings, or to do some guided meditation for the dying person and for the family. Yeah, so this kind of thing is very meritorious, like that. But whereas, and also because if we look at the workings of the natural law, when the dana is done, when the offering is done in the presence of the donor, that means he can see it, he can hear it, especially seeing and hearing, then his mind has a deeper impression of that dana, of that offering. But if he's just heard that, his son helped him to release some fish or some animals that were caught and were about to be killed, then if he just know about it, his mind doesn't have that strong impression compared to, you have visual impression on the mind, you have sound impression on the mind. He doesn't have this. So the karma generated generally may be less. Of course, if somebody is of a strong faith, and then when he hears that, his son has done this generosity for him, has done this offering on behalf of him, he feels so happy and feels so much joy in this, then it may be more powerful than, it might be more powerful than if a donor is done, the offering is done in the presence of him, but his mind is having regrets, and also his mind is unhappy, and his mind is not willing to do the dana, But actually, it depends on a lot of factors, not just these two, a lot of factors also. The purity of the donor, the purity of the recipient, and whether the gift is righteously obtained or not, and the intention, So depends on a lot of factors. But generally, we say just saying that it's when generally offerings made in the presence of the donor is creates a stronger karma compared to offerings made in the absence of the donor, like that. But this is generally, all right. Whatever it is, it is good if we can make offerings by our own hands and also in our presence, like that. And this will create a stronger impression on the mind through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. All right. Okay. So with this, and this is your dose of Dharma for today. I wish all of you to be well, peaceful, and happy, and may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition, and Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.